Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you guys would like to see a quick review on the side shot scope cam, stick around. Hello and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you'd like to learn what loads work best for me, the tools that I use to make my groups smaller, subscribe to the channel and leave your feedback in the comment section below to help me and the rest of the community here on the channel improve our load development. Guys, in this week's video, we're going to talk obviously about the side shot scope cam. This cam is fairly new to the market and I haven't had it a very long time, and I thought I would give you guys a quick review just to kind of give you an idea of what you might use it for and what I'm thinking about using it for on the channel. The first thing I'll do, I'll put a closer up shot on your screen to show you a little bit about this. To get every single detail, guys, you're going to want to go to the website, but I'm going to tell you that they have 3 different scope adapters, so you can put this on a 1-inch, 30mm or 34mm tube scope. Once you have that bracket, you can actually use the sliding mechanism here to remove it completely from your scope. Somewhere in the near future, they're supposedly going to be offering these adapters individually, so if you have more than one scope, you'll be able to put this bracket basically on any of your scopes and just have to buy the adapter to use this on multiple scopes or in multiple configurations. But at this time, guys, I'm strictly using this on my Ruger Precision Rifle. This is the Vortex Viper PST 30mm tube, and that's what I'm going to demonstrate this on. How I kind of ran into this is I was looking around some YouTube videos and I saw this as a possible alternative to another product that allows you to put a high definition camera through a set of reflex lenses to be able to actually take video of you shooting through the scope, and it utilizes a similar technology. However, that product is upwards of $1,300 and this channel's budget is not $1,300 large. I pretty much had given that up until I ran into the side shot. Now, I'll probably put a link for it down in the description. I'm not going to claim that this is the best thing since sliced bread, but I do think at the price point it's a very interesting alternative. Let's just walk through real quick what this actually does. Basically, off a see-through mirror that allows you to actually see through your scope on your camera. Once you have this set up, all you have to do is actually slide your phone into your bracket, close this bracket, and you can instantaneously have a view of whatever you can see through the scope. Obviously, alignment is important. You actually have to do the zooming on the reticle by your actual phone, and your recording definition is going to be limited by the actual quality that's on your phone. So essentially, if you would like to have a better image, you need to put a better phone. Now, this is the Galaxy S7 Edge. On the video I'm going to show you, I only recorded in 1080p at 30 frames a second. This phone will do 4K, but only in 5-minute shots, and so I didn't want to have 3,000 files to deal with when I shot it. I put the phone in a mode that I knew I was going to be able to continuously record and I would just be able to edit it out later. The video I'm going to show you guys, I'd actually had my magnification a little bit too much. I had cropped out some of the scope view, but I'm sure you guys will get plenty of an idea of what this is actually capable of. I don't know if you guys can see on your screen right now, but you'll notice since you're looking through that mirror, it's actually flipped the reticle around and it's backwards. And so if you want to record this to edit like I'm going to show you, you're going to have to do a quick trick in your video software to flip it around. Either way, what I really wanted to use this for is to be able to see where my reticle was when I actually broke the shot. The first thing I'm going to do, guys, is give you guys a quick view of some video that I shot with this when I was shooting my 140 Nosler RDF video. I'm going to roll that in so you guys can just see the video on that real quick. Obviously, I was using magnification on the phone somewhere around 2x, so some resolution is going to be lost in the translation and the video editing software that I'm going to put out. All in all, guys, for the price, I'll put the price on the screen. I have to look it up. I think it's somewhere around $270. I'd encourage you to look for a coupon code. I was able to find a promotion code, knocked a reasonable amount of money off of this bracket. For the capability that it had and what I was going to be able to use it for, I thought it was at least reasonably priced for what it is. You're supposed to be able to basically place most any smartphone in here. There's a set of gears that this moves up and down, and you can move this back and forth, and then once you got this set, you can just lock it in and rotate this back and forth to hold it in place. So it doesn't move too much during your shot. And that's you just place your camera over this hole, and once you do that, you're going to be able to see It's relatively repeatable. You just set your phone back in there, lock it back down, and you're good to go. Obviously, you can magnify this even more, but obviously you're going to be limited to the resolution of what your camera is capable of. Keep in mind, this is at 150 yards. The circles that you see through the scope are actually 2-inch circles stuck on cardboard with the scope settings at 24x max power, and the phone was magnified to about, I think, 2.2x. I should have had it turned down a little bit. And so I don't know exactly what your use case is going to be. Me, I know that I wanted to be able to do this to verify what my hold looked like when I was doing my shooting. I'll put another quick example on your screen. I'll show you. I'm doing this in my video editing software, and so I'm actually pulling out the last frame before you see motion. And so I'm going to assume that the last clean frame was basically my break point of my trigger. And so I'm going to take where the reticle was at that break point and compare it to where the actual shots landed during that shot. And also, obviously, you can see through the scope the other shots, so you can determine where your shot was in relation to the reticle. This tool can certainly give you guys a better idea if your miss was due to the shooter or the rifle. So I think that's a very powerful tool, especially for the type of work that I'm doing. I am trying to give you guys the most accurate information that I can. And a quick note, guys, put down in the comment section, tell me what you guys think. Is this something you guys think that you'd like to see integrated in my videos? Do you guys just want to see my standard low development videos? Would you guys just like to see an additional video that had the groups in comparison to where the reticle broke, just to give you guys an idea of how much of the group was me and how much of the group was actually low development? So if you have an opinion on that, put it down in the comments below. Tell me what you think. Pros, obviously this is doing something that I've never been able to do before, able to record live view. They mentioned several different use cases on their website. Obviously, if you're trying to teach a new shooter, you want to be able to see what they're seeing. It's a very interesting way of just being able to throw this adapter onto the rifle and you can see exactly what the shooter is looking at. It doesn't get much better than that. One other thing of note, I wear glasses, and I will tell you that if you put this on a cheaper scope that doesn't have very much eye relief, I really don't know how useful it would be. This does add a little bit over an inch away from your eye relief. I still didn't have any problem using it, but like I mentioned, if you put this on a scope that didn't have a very generous eye relief and you had it on a recoiling rifle, I could easily see bumping that bracket into your face, which certainly is not a desirable situation for anybody that's learning or anybody just shooting in general. The other thing too, guys, you're going to notice they do recommend that you have this mounted at exactly a 90-degree angle. I personally don't think that it's that important. If you can see, you'll notice mine is slightly offset. If you guys didn't see when I had the bracket off, I do have a level on this. And so I kind of had to fight everything around so it would still fit with the scope rings, the scope level, and everything else. I was able to fit it. And honestly, guys, the only thing in my software I do when I looked at it is you can put in an angle adjustment. With a little bit of tweaking, you can easily produce an image like I showed you and go backwards and forwards and look at it all you want. Like I said before, guys, the real limitation to what the quality of video you're going to shoot with this is limited to the phone that you put on here. I'm not going to promise that some of the lower level phones are going to give you as a desirable of an image. So guys, that's basically my quick review of the side shot. I do think that it's probably worth the money that it costs. It's a very interesting tool. It is adding an additional capability that I didn't have before. I don't know how backlogged they are or will be. I got mine in a relatively reasonable amount of time. I think it was less than 2 weeks from my order to receipt. Let me know in the comments section below, what do you guys think of the side shot? Do you think it's a worthwhile tool for you? Do you think that this is just a toy that's unnecessary? And most of all, for you regulars on the channel, is the video that I get from this of interest to you guys? Do you guys want to see the shots where I broke this, what the groups I was actually able to achieve? Let me know that in the comments below. Guys, the one last thing that I was going to mention, this is the actual shipment box. This entire bracket fits in this box. It ships with all the stuff you see there. Plus, it has an additional brace that can go on your scope to help this unit from shaking. I'm sure you noticed in the video that as soon as my shot broke, that the video vibrated a little bit. I'm not going to promise that that would have been the difference, and I would have had to remove my level, which I didn't want to do, to be able to add this bracket, and it seems to be doing just fine without it. In the box, they're going to ship you the directions of everything you need, all the pieces, and written directions on how to install it. Ordinarily, guys, I would walk you through how to set this up, but there are plenty of videos out there on YouTube to do that. I just thought if you guys hadn't seen it yet, this is an interesting tool. I wanted to show you guys the footage that I shot with it, and I wanted to get your feedback. If you guys thought it would add any valuable information to the channel on any of my load development videos. Thank you guys to all the new subscribers. Thank you guys for the old ones for coming back. Guys, if you like the video and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification so you get notified every time I post a new video. Thank you to everyone for coming back and watching another video. And until next week, guys, stay safe in small groups.